Morning. It's about 6:30, something like that. I've just come down for a wee to the Shell garage. There's a fella parks in the Shell garage every day, and he drives this. Obviously, does a bit of stock car racing, and what I find funny is he's got the Space Saver tyre on the back. Must have had a puncture on the way around. I've never done it. I've never actually watched it, but I think it'd be a bit of a laugh. Stock car racing. Right, how long have I got? Ages. Yeah, so last day, I'm knackered. I don't care anymore. I really do. Last day of 7 earlies. Yeah, knackered. It's just a long week. Knackered and skinned. Isn't that the way of the world? Isn't that how the government wants you? Oh, we can go political again. No, it's a bit early for that. What time is it? 6:27. Yeah, and I don't know what's going on, and I haven't watched TV. I haven't read the newspaper. I haven't really done much on Twitter or anything like that, or Faceache. So I don't really know what's going on in the world. I suppose Russians are still in Ukraine. I heard some Tory twat telling women they don't have the right to choose the autonomy of their own body. Really? Yeah. So tell me, what's going on in the world? What's going on in your life? Be interesting to know. I can have a chat about that. I'm just tired. I didn't want to get out of bed this morning. I was reading legislation. Being the nerd that I am, not your type of nerd, legislative nerd. But I was reading legislation last night, as you do, and then I was reading. What was I reading? The My Life's Battles is the book by a guy called Will Thorne. Will Thorne was one of the founding members of my trade union back 130 odd years ago. Started work at 9 o'clock, the age of 6. It's written. It's like a school kid's written it, because he's a man who's educated himself. He's come from nothing. He was one of the first Labour MPs. Then he died in 1940 something or other. I'm sure it was. But yeah, what a life. Working in a brickyard. It's 6 years old, making bricks. Firing bricks. He got sacked because he fell asleep and let two of the fires that cook the bricks or dry the bricks. And they nearly went out, so he got clipped behind the ear and told it sling his hook. But, you know, you've got to have fire in your belly to do that every morning. 6 years old, walking 3 miles to work, doing a 12-hour shift, and walking 3 miles back. Well, the kids today wouldn't do it. How old were you when you started work? I had a paper round. Milking paper round, worked on the milk floats in the morning. Could have had a milk round, finished doing the milk, and then I had a paper round afterwards. And that was like 12, something like that. So, you know, I've worked virtually every day of my life. And it was quite odd having COVID, a couple of months ago, whatever long that was, that I felt quite guilty that I wasn't at work, which is, you know, a strange feeling to have. But because I have worked virtually, you know, I've been self-employed for 20 odd years, and then, you know, it just didn't feel right. Not getting up, not going to work, not, you know. And as much as I like not being at work, it just didn't feel right not being at work, if you know what I mean. Remember Harry Potter, the movie, that, I can't remember which one it was, where they went to see the Quidditch World Cup, and they climbed the top of this hill, and there was a boot at the top of it was a port key. I found my own port key. Things you find here. I think if I grab hold of it, it'll take me somewhere. Yeah, it's a mental institution. Right, how long have I got? I've got about 6 minutes. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Yeah. So you know where I've got to go. I've got to go all the way at the top of that hill, and just at the end of the trees, my bus stop. First bus stop's on the left. You can just see the 464 there. That's the 464, something like that. Goes to Biggin Hill. No, it doesn't. It goes to something beginning with T. I was going to say Tadcaster, but it's not. It's like a Updove. Tatlow, no. Wherever it goes, I don't have to drive it, so I don't care. There you go. So, what's happening in your life? What are you doing? And what are you reading? I'll tell you what I'm reading. If you're interested in trade unions and politics, My Life's Battles by Will Thorne. It's not very long. And I got it from, it's part of the Leopold book group. They do series of books. It's part of that. So, it was about £6, some shit like that. But it interests me, you know. And then I woke up on the couch at about 2:15. Got up, went to bed, and got out of bed at 3:30. As I said, didn't want to get out of bed tomorrow. Didn't want to get out of bed tomorrow. This morning, didn't want to get out of bed. Anybody left me any presents? No. Can you hear that noise? It's like a plink, plink, crackling. Happens on these old, but I don't know what it is. Excuse him, what? Oh man. Well, my leader. I'm his leader, so I might go and say hello. I'll speak to you later. What are you reading and what you been up to? See you in a bit.